Look at this motherfucker. Look at him spraying. Look at that. Look at that. He is spraying the sky again. Bro, this is fucking crazy, man. Look at this guy. They're spraying the skies. Look, he just sprayed that. This guy. This guy just sprayed that.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Brass, aka Raps Truth Seeker, and you are now rocking with Facts and Conspiracies. Now, let's talk about the strange things that are going on. And guys, you don't have to be reminded, but I'm going to talk to you about it anyway. Now, let's talk. Guys, we have a problem. It just so happens that weeks after Congress comes out and says, yeah, we got UFO parts, we have seen them, and yeah, we've been dealing with them. Just not too long after they came out of their mouths and said this, we have drones all over America. Bump just America, we got drones all over the world. Like, guys, look at this.
Vượt thế vai ông xác định.
And mind you, when I say drones, we're not even sure if they're drones. That's what we're calling them. But I just have a question for you guys. What do you think is going on? Because for years now, we've heard about this thing called Project Bluebeam. But are we currently seeing the beginning of a great deception where people are, and this is all allegedly, but where people are preparing us for a alien encounter? I mean, anybody who's actually paid attention to the Bible knows that the next biggest event in God's calendar is the rapture or the Great Tribulation. So these deceptions definitely have to happen. And I'm not saying that these things are deceptions. These things could be very well, some technology that we haven't been informed of. They could be, I'm not one to say that they couldn't be spiritual. They could be spiritual. It could also be just something in the cosmos. These things that we haven't quite seen before, right? Right. Now, family, we really don't know what we're looking at. But I do want you guys to see this, because it's more than people. Okay, let me just say this. I've seen things in the skies too. I've seen greenish white streaks shoot straight down. I've had other people tell me that they've seen the same thing. I had a coworker one time, he told me the same thing, but he didn't know what to think of it. And I just told him, look, man, you're not the only one that saw that stuff. I've seen the same streaks in threes, just curve in the skies together. I've seen them in twos. I've seen stuff spraying stuff into the air. So either we got some pilots that are doing some dirty work for somebody, because what are you spraying in the air? What are you really waiting on? Or maybe we're watching people prepare for this major Project Bluebeam thing that's gonna go down, or maybe go down. For some of you that don't understand the Project Bluebeam theories, some people believe that since we know what is next on God's calendar, that there are people in elite places who would prepare for an excuse after something that big happens, saying things like, oh, it was an alien abduction, or it was an attack from a foreign country and we all need to come together. See, they feel like this is going to be used to bring people into that one world government. You got to use fear, then you got to use the fear of the unknown, and then everybody starts looking for who they can trust, and then the plan would be to have everybody lean towards the government. You get it? That's where this whole theory about Project Bluebeam comes from. So some people believe that what you're seeing now is the setup for the excuse that will lead people to looking for that security, which will lead to them making that fatal mistake of wanting a one world government and actually falling in line with it, which then things like the mark of the beast can be implemented, and boom, all of humanity is now under a slave system ran by a spiritual entity that means you no good. That's the whole breakdown of that theory. But after you guys see this, what do you think? Look at it. Just take a look at it.
Hour, I think we've seen about 40 or 50 of these drones. In fact, there's one over my shoulder right there. One after another, these drones appeared in the night sky. If you look real close, they look like fixed-wing aircraft, about 8 to 10 feet wide, colorful, white blinking lights.
That is not a plane.
Definitely not an airplane, but what was it? Hours earlier, I was invited to join the Ocean County Sheriff Department. One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean.
50?
50. That was my reaction also. There were 50 that were coming off the ocean.
And this is a sworn officer?
A sworn officer, yes. We contacted state police, we contacted the FBI, we contacted the Coast Guard, at which point the Coast Guard went out with their boat and they reported seeing 13 following their boat. And then the Coast Guard also advised that they went over them about 300 feet and had a wingspan of about 8 feet.
I see one right here.
Did I see the same thing that officer saw? I'm still not sure. What I can show you is this video. What I can tell you is I've never seen anything like it before.
Wow.
Millions of Americans have their eyes to the sky trying to unwrap a mystery. Ever since Thanksgiving, there have been thousands of reported drone sightings, mostly in the skies over New Jersey. Now those sightings have spread. Reports of flying objects have cropped up in half a dozen states in the Northeast, some even here in New York City. And now what was a curiosity is raising some alarm among some federal officials.
The FBI and Homeland Security Department have said these objects do not pose a threat to the public. In fact, some law enforcement officials believe they aren't drones, but planes or helicopters that are being mistaken for unmanned aircrafts. But despite that, some high-ranking elected leaders are demanding answers to what the objects are and who's controlling them. In the dark of night, the number of reported drone sightings in at least 6 East Coast states is now more than 3,000 and counting.
We saw blinking, like lots of blinking things up in the sky to the south, right over the ocean.
In New Jersey, unexplained drone activity was reported above a naval weapons station, while farther north, the FAA ordered temporary flight restrictions prohibiting drones over Picatinny Arsenal, where armament research is conducted, and over a Trump golf club.
There's one right above us.
But no one is sure how the oversized drones, some reported to be the size of cars, got there. At the White House, the National Security Communications Advisor offered this.
Many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully.
And a local sheriff seemed to discredit the credibility of a covert operation.
If they didn't put their lights on, no one would be looking, right?
Right.
And they're putting their lights so they want you to see.
But some politicians want to know more.
The fact that the federal agencies responsible for briefing the public have not come forward in a clear way is unacceptable.
Yesterday, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy wrote a letter to President Biden asking for federal resources to figure out what's going on. And senators from New York and New Jersey signed a joint letter to the FBI, FAA, and Department of Homeland Security.
If you don't know whose it is and who's flying it, you have to take it down.
Well, that sentiment from New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand echoed by President-elect Donald Trump. He posted on Truth Social that the government should let the public know what the objects are or shoot them down. Experts caution the public should not take matters into their own hands. Shooting down a drone or any aircraft is a federal crime.
Oh, something's going up real fast. A plane? I can't tell what it is. Whoa, is that moving quick? That could be a drone. I don't know what the hell that is. But that is quick. There's only one remaining right now. Whatever that green flashing one is, he moved quick around it to get it. Oh, he's like right on it. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. That whatever it was just shot down the drone. If that was a drone. Holy crap.
Love, peace, 9. Make sure you like, share, comment. Make sure you favorite. Make sure you let other people know about this page right here. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram as well, because we already know what's going on with TikTok. They want to stop us from talking. So I'm just finding another way to talk to you. That's just what we got to do, right? We got to keep this going either way. So make sure you guys follow me on IG too. And y'all stay sharp out there. Keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes on the Father. And if you don't know who the Father is, well, it's never too late to learn. All right, y'all, I'm out.